bringing a great worldly disaster, putting everyone in danger. Slowly, this magic stone's existence has been forgotten, yet it still exists somewhere in the world. Danger still lurks. It is still persistent. And now, another terrifying disaster is coming to Sky Island. To overcome this disaster, we need professionals. Those who are well versed in monsters. At this time, Siri was busy hunting down a monster. However, it was nowhere to be seen. Only traces of powerful magic lingered. Siri could not shake this uneasy feeling, so she sought out Yennefer's expertise, realizing that a foreboding problem had arisen. They turned to people they could trust, and came together to face the danger. They are now ready to embark on a new journey. The Monster Slayers are returning once again. Remember the Kagor magic stone? It created a gap in the Rift of Worlds, bringing a great worldly disaster, putting everyone in danger. Slowly, this magic stone's existence has been forgotten, yet it still exists somewhere in the world. Danger still lurks. It is still persistent. And now, another terrifying disaster is coming to Sky Island.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Summoner's War. My name is Come To Us Evan, and today we're doing some account reviews and progression tips. I noticed a few people haven't been here for one of these before in chat, so if this is your first time, let me give a brief explanation for how this works. I'm in chat channel 10. 10 is chosen for the 10th anniversary of Summoner's War, and I start on the global server. If you have a question about your account, you just need general tips, or what have you, you can put your question in the chat, and I'll do my best to answer your question. Also, let me know what your Twitch or YouTube handle is, because that's where we're live. Speaking of which, what's going on, everybody? For Life Fire, I saw Brighter Light over there, too. I see Razzle Z. Psycho Rotor. What's going on, Kanagi? How are you guys? Welcome to the stream, Mega. Valing Chen, Umbreon, and I saw Vernon also said that you submitted the form. It would be super helpful if you could help me with Arena, Necro, and Rift Raid. I combined Arena and Necro there. Absolutely, guys. So let's go ahead and jump into chat channel 10. I see some folks already know how this goes. Evan, please. I just need help with two things. Which unit should I prioritize skilling up for RTA? Also, which teams I could use for solo R5? Oh, this is Valing Chen. That makes sense. Valinho. Nice. Much love from Brazil. Seu lindo. Oh, muito obrigado, lindo. Let me jump on your account and see what's going on, Valing Chen. Okay, so you said that you need help with skilling up units for RTA, for which teams? For use in solo R5. All right, let me see what we can do. Let's talk about that. What's going on, Fastlix? Scarecrow says, I need help with a fast team on Giants Abyss Hard. Dude, depending on what you have, you could do the team that I'm using right now. The team that I'm using is absolutely like, it's so good. It is cracked. I'll show it to you. I'll show you after this. Evan, my father has been playing Summoners War for a bit. He has Douglas and Leo in his Nat 5 selection. Dude, that's amazing. You can't go wrong. That's actually so good. Generally speaking, if you don't have Leo, you should probably take Leo. I don't know, chat, what do you think about that? Between Leo and Douglas, I'd probably say Leo just because Leo interacts with the game in a way that like no other unit does. To me, I think you gotta have him in there. Wait, let me see what's going on. Oh my gosh, chat is popping off today. Oh, Motive, welcome to the chat. Dude, Bane, hey Evan, I've got off work due to the rain. Dude, how bad is the rain? What the heck? Oh, chat, this has nothing to do with anything. I had a dream about multiple tidal waves last night. Make of that what you will. That's like my anxiety dream. Whenever I'm having some kind of anxiety, I dream about tidal waves. I don't know what that's about. Let's, you know what, I'll just leave it there. After you get done talking so handsomely, could you just review my account? I got lost in the spam last time. Dak Attack, absolutely. Let's do this. I'll help you right after this. What's up, Brave Smart? Went to a ski resort. We get rains out, but we are open in blizzards. Got it. The music is a bit loud. We could probably turn the music down a little bit. We could turn that down just a smidge. Thank you so much. Salmon says, hi, Evan, Vernon here. I talked on YouTube. Do I need to take out all of my monsters from storage if you were to review? Since I do jump onto the islands, it would be preferable if you take out monsters that you want me to take a look at. Okay, with that in mind, let's help Valing Chen. So Valing Chen is asking about what monsters to skill up and also for some teams for solo R5. So let me take a look at that. And we'll turn down the music. Let me know if you guys like that. That sounds a lot better. Oh, song's kind of a banger actually. I really like this one. How do I get to that screen that you're on with the best scores? Mandated games, if you're looking inside Summoner's War, you just tap on your main profile tower on your Sky Island, and you'll find your profile book as an option underneath it. I can show that to you as well. What monsters to skill up? Dude, I actually really like Ariel for R5, by the way. The boss can apply Oblivion to your monsters, so it helps to have some cleanse options available that are not on a passive, that aren't automatic. Just so you know. We can also talk RTA as well, if you'd like. You have a lot of units that'd be good for RTA. Look at this, Sonya. Oh, she's already skilled. Okay, maybe it'd be helpful if I looked to see what units aren't skilled. I've been using this unit to varying degrees of success in RTA, by the way. This unit is really fun. Angela is her name. This is also she's the Wind Pudding Princess. It's also the Wind Pure Vanilla, and it's very annoying for the other team in a lot of situations. You don't want to bring it up against big like strip opportunities like Juno, who could use her skill 2 to just remove all the shields. But the passive is really fun, right? Because it creates a shield whenever they're attacked, and also on their turn they create or I'm sorry, I misspoke. Whenever they're attacked with the shield, It reflects damage. They also cleanse a debuff off of the lowest HP ratio ally and apply a shield to them. Very fun, very annoying. It's kind of like a Raccoon in a way, in a weird way, but like not super exact comparison because it's shielding, you know? And we got some replies for the Leo versus Douglas debate, by the way. Folks are kind of agreeing that Leo is generally the path you should take. I think if you don't have Leo, you should just add him to your collection. His passive, like I said, affects the game in a way that no other unit does. So it's just good to have him as tech, especially considering there are so many units being added to the game that have speed damage scaling, you know? So you want to be able to hinder that as much as possible. Usually do one passive monster per team, and that's in regards to what we're doing for raids. Nice Asuma, by the way. Oh, this unit is also great for raids, by the way, because he can put the vampire buff. He's another source of attack buff. Generally, you do want more than one option for attack buff, I find, just because like the boss can strip it, right? You know, so you want to be able to have at least one more option. So these are the units that you're thinking about building back here. Okeanos is actually on his way back up. I don't know if you guys saw, but he saw some use in the Americas Summit, which was cool. Again, to varying degrees of effectiveness. But I think out of these units back here, I think Okeanos and Laika are probably the most deserving of skill ups. Oh, if you have a Chandra too. I didn't see if you have a Chandra. That's another really solid unit for RTA. As far as R5 goes, I think we could kind of talk some tenets. We've discussed like how many passives that you should have in chat already. I think you need at least like one AoE cleanse per team, you know, and that can be whatever. I like Ariel on mine. I use Ariel. I also use Annabelle. I think I have Verd on one comp. I use some of the dogs, like Crow is great there, Raok is great there, Ikaru is great. Different opportunities to get defense break. I do use Lauren. Lauren's really great for the slow. She does also provide defense break, presuming that she is an Oblivion. Like, these are just some solid units that you can add to your comp. I can also show you what I use, too. I said that I would show a couple things. First of all, this is how you get to the profile book. So you tap on your Summoner Tower here, and then you just tap Profile, and then you can go to your record. I said that I would show off my Giants team. Let me catch up on chat real quick too, guys. I'll have this do one run. So this team's kind of fun because everybody dies except for the homunculus, and so it's kind of fun. Yo, Evan, just a small video idea, but it's been a while since the last Gems and Grindstones basic video. Could use an update. That's a great idea. I love that idea, actually. Also, GZ, on your hopefully new Belinus. Guys, I summoned a Belinus, a dupe. It is a dupe. I summoned a dupe Belinus probably like 2 minutes before stream. But I'll have to feed it. I'll feed it with you guys. Salmon says, you're very funny on your YouTube videos. That's very nice. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay, let me look through here. Angela is the premium Raccoon. That's a good, I like that take, Valentine. I do like that. Do you remember our last RTA match with my Hey Gang Zima comp into your Vero Juno? I updated the comp and it's even nastier. I have a replay to share if you're invested or you're interested on Punisher 1. Yeah, I'd love to see it. So there we go. That was the speed team that I've been using, right? It's great. Super good comp. The reason why it's so good is as follows. The crit rate leader skill from Teshar is just, it's amazing. It makes it so you can dump all of your stats into crit damage and you barely have to worry about critting at all. Also, Prylia, I have her on triple fight, right? Barely did anything with her, to be honest. Like, look, she's not even level 40. I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Just make her 6-star, throw whatever on her, to be honest. The only thing that matters with her is like the place that she moves in the team. She has defense break on every single skill. She can't derp. Literally impossible to derp. Whatever she does, it's gonna be beneficial. And let's see, what else? Shaman is like a max HP damage scaler that I'm using, and then we got the Wind Homunculus. So good. Amazing. Oh my goodness, Salvi Behi. Boom, how are you, dude? I followed his guides, tips, and tricks. Really helps me understand how to play the game properly. I'm glad, dude. Bo, is that, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. I hope it isn't the other, is it the other pronunciation for that, or is it, I hope it's bread. Let's just say I hope it's bread. Okay. The next thing I was just going to show really quick is, oh, I'm in the wrong spot for it. The lineup that I use for Rift of Worlds. What's most important too is consistency. I do use BJ5. I use BJ5 on the far right, okay? And then I also have a defense lead, I have a resistance lead. I don't use a crit rate lead. I actually don't use crit rate lead. I kind of wish I did sometimes, but like, to be honest, the team works fine. It doesn't fail. Like this will just do it. This will just do it. So that's the team that I like to use. Back in chat we go. Let's see what's going on. Dak Attack. Dak Attack said that they kind of fell by the wayside last time they spoke, and I didn't get to them, so let me just see. Dak Attack, could you let me know what you need? Hi, Evan. So Vernon here, I talked on YouTube. Oh yes, so I already answered that question. Sorry about that, I'm scrolling around. Ellie Shell, hello, hope you're all good. Today is my birthday, so I'm just having a lazy day at home. Ellie Shell, happy birthday. Thank you for spending your birthday here with us. I hope you have a great one. I hope it's a nice, lazy, and relaxing day, and then maybe you get to do something you enjoy after. What's up, Lady Ziandra? Dak Attack says, Necro mainly, but need to know who else to build in general. Perfect. Love that kind of question. Let's check Necro. So we're trying to get into the Abyss dungeons. You have the right idea. I love that you're using the Abigail lead. You've got Fran and Lauren. You got Crow and you got Spectra. I'm going to take a peek and see what you got, but ideally we'd take out the healer entirely. Oh, you do have an Ikaru. You do have an Ikaru, and you also have a Raok. So if you're so inclined, I would recommend Second Awakening. Maybe they're already on their way to Second Awakening? I guess not, unless I'm unable to view Second Awakening progress on here. But if you're so inclined, I would recommend making both of these Second Awaken. You probably already have that on your agenda, to be honest. I'm probably preaching to the choir. But I do want to emphasize it for folks who maybe haven't done so yet. Even though you don't necessarily need to prioritize Ikaru in triplicate anymore, because Trickaroo can no longer be used, it can't be used in the Abyss dungeons, right? Ever since the advent of the Abyss dungeons, you can only use one monster per Abyss floor. But that doesn't mean he's not worth building. I think Ikaru has kind of found his spot in everybody's heart. Everybody knows how good he is. Pulling 3 units with a single skill is just insane. So what he does, having that team up redundancy is really important. So it's like, you already have it in Crow. You can get it again with 2A Raok without a prerequisite, right? He doesn't need any defense, he just pulls 2. And then you can have a 3 people team up with Ikaru's team up ability. I would recommend having those built, just in general. Then you can use like Abigail, you can use 2A Raok, you could use Ikaru, you could use Crow, +1. I like Astar. If you don't have Astar, you can use Shaman. If you don't have Shaman, you could probably use, let's see what else you got here. Oh, this is a big hit. There's a real big hit on this. If you make sure that he moves last, you'll be fine, actually. Versatile says, hey, Evan, could I have some help with RTA teams? I would love to talk RTA after this. We've predominantly talked about, like, dungeons so far, dungeons in R5, so we could talk a little bit about that. I recently pulled a Triton. This is from Blitz over on Twitch. How do you rune him? And what artifacts do I use? Dude, Triton, congratulations on Triton. He's an AoE stripper first and foremost. He contributes to control comps. He has an insanely fast base speed. I think his base speed is 116. So that means with Triton, you're gonna get way more mileage out of your Swift runes than you normally would, right? Because if you put your fastest Swift set on him, it's gonna go way further than anybody else. So you can put him on Swift, have him be your starter. He uses third skill, opens up the enemy team, and then you follow up with some big damage. He loves working with things like Belinus, who provides like AoE defense break, provoke, attack bar absorption, big damage on skill 2. Like that is where Triton is at home. Any place where you would bring a Tiana, for the most part. Any place you'd bring another AoE strip, like a Chiwu or something like that, you can bring Triton. The only exception to that is if like there's a Verd on the enemy team. Like Chiwu definitely is better against Verd, but that's an edge case, right? Salmon, that's a good question. How do we get reviews? Via forum or chat in channel? All you gotta do is be in chat channel 10. As long as you're in chat channel 10 and you tell me what you need, I'll be there. I'm on global server right now. I'll probably jump over to EU later. Oh no, Bread got their message removed. Third nerd. So your father has units like Kinky's, Miles, Moore, Abellio, and a lot of units that are usable for RTA. Those are great. Those are some of my favorites. I do have a little arena cleave team with Triton, Cocky, Galleon, and a speed lead. Yes, dude, that's exactly what you should be doing, actually. Like, Triton is a very good replacement if you don't have Tiana. Obviously, the notable downside is that, like, he hits, right? Tiana has the benefit of not hitting, and it doesn't resist. But he offers a great skill, too, that offers control, like, and he has an insanely fast base speed. So, GZ on that, it's a super cool pull. Evan will be there for us, guys. It's all okay. Dude, when nobody else has your back, I'm there in chat channel 10. We're back talking about Necro. So I love having the redundancy of team up effects, like I said. You could also run Lauren in here if you really, really wanted to. I don't think I would, though. Oh, and then you wanted options for like what to build next. If you're thinking about dipping into RTA at all, the Water Shadowcaster Minato, or as I like to call him, Naruto's dad, he's like tearing it up right now. People are so afraid of this monster, and for good reason, myself included, to be honest. Like, he's so good. This is a huge GZ. I do not have this monster. The shadow helping him, like making your opponents think more in RTA, is sometimes very powerful. And what Minato does is he kind of makes them juggle his passive ability, right? Because there's times where he's totally immune. You can't stun him, you can't hurt him, and so you just kind of got to dance around. Like, Biehi aqui. Evonzada na área, chat. Dudono, is Light Yennefer good? I'll probably use her anyway because she's my only Oblivion unit. My personal answer is not yet. I do not think she is good yet. But, because I pulled two. I pulled two of the Light Yennefers. But I think there is a lot of room for improvement, and she could probably be very good in the near future. And that's purely me speculating. The main reason why I say that is, generally speaking, like if you look at historically, post-collaboration, the devs are really looking at the units that they just introduced, and they typically do some balancing on them. Almost every balance patch that follows a collaboration includes those units in it, right? I mean, it was true for the first one, true for the second one, the third one, and now it could be true for this one. So I don't think she's good yet, but when it comes to LD units, I would really rather pull one that is like not good or very good. You know what I'm saying? Because the very not good ones are potentially going to get more attention. So we're still talking about what units to build. I also really like Poseidon. Poseidon's got a really relevant leader skill and a great third skill for anything you want to do, to be honest. He's great in arena. I use him on my arena team. He's my leader in my arena cleave, actually. Dak attack, I hope that helps. Oh, did it just crash? I think it might have just crashed. Sorry, guys. I'm going back in. So the downside to that is that it means that I'm gonna have to go back into chat channel 10 and you'll have to leave your messages again. Not a big deal. In fact, this is a great opportunity for me to tell you some important details. First of all, you can use command meetup to register for the next meetup. That is live in there right now. And also, if you haven't heard about the Summoners War Guardians Club, the Guardians Club is a great source for the most exclusive merch in all of Summoners War. And only a few people can qualify for this, to be honest. Like, I cannot qualify, but if you can qualify by being either C3 in Arena and RTA last year, being a guild leader for one of the top 50 guilds, or having perfect attendance, you can register. Again, that command is SWGC on Twitch. Give that a go. And let me know if you make it, to be honest. I should have worn my socks. I should have worn my Guardians Club socks. I actually don't get all the merch from Guardians Club, but I did get the socks. And I'm thrilled about that. Oh, let's watch Bane's replay. So Bane says that that he's improved this comp. Because last time we played against it, I think I brought the Vero Juno against it, you said, right? Oh, this guy did not catch on. This guy he did not catch on to what you're trying to do. Nice, no strip. You don't want to accidentally set off the Josie, probably. There you go. Save it for later. Serious matter. This is perfect. Also, we were talking about Triton earlier, right? Look at this. Imagine the Belinus following the Triton. Imagine how good that is. Dang, dude, poor Kinky. I feel so bad for Kinky. Like, his new counterattack is just not it. This is dope, by the way. This is a situation where old Kinky would have thrived, but new Kinky not so much. Bane, that was awesome. I run Layla over Zima now, and usually bring Belinus. Triton good? Thought he fell off. Panda Fruit, we just had, it was Blitz in chat. Blit X0 was just talking about how he pulled the Triton. I need help with my Nat 5 event. Kashmir, Teshar, or Wind Shadowcaster. I pick for you. So it depends where you want to like excel. Chat, let's help. Let's help pick this actually. I think, oh yeah, Layla's amazing right now. If you're trying to like go faster in Giants, you could do Teshar. Oops, that's totally fine message. There you go. You could do Teshar if you're looking to make a faster comp, right? So if you're interested in that, then you could do that. Achilles, hey Evan, love watching on Wednesdays. Dude, thank you. Which to choose, Wind Indra, Wind Striker, Fire Weapon Master, or Fire Dokebi Lord? Oh my god, dude. If it was me, I would be picking the Wind Indra, to be honest. I'd be picking the Wind Indra, just because it is kind of AoE miles. Like, you're able to do a lot of speed scaling damage. Dang, Dude Dono knows me. Dude Dono knows me very well. He does a lot. My running joke about the last balance patch is that everybody was calling for Miles to be nerfed, right? Everybody's like, oh, nerf Miles. And then the devs are like, whoops, we accidentally made AoE Miles. And that's the Wind Indra. And he's so cool, dude. So what I would say is, I think he's a dope monster. I've wanted him for ages. He's very strong right now in RTA. My only caution against that is that, like, if he's actually like very strong, he might get balanced in the future. Again, that's just me talking as a player. That is not like actual confirmed or anything like that. But yeah, that's not me like actually like saying he's gonna get nerfed. Just something to keep in mind. But I would do that one. What are your favorite top 3 Witcher characters, says Azur? My top 3? Are they LDs? They might be LDs. The light Ciri, light Geralt. Stand by. Is it the dark Yennefer? I don't think it's the dark Yennefer. Hold on. Let me think about this real quick. Light Triss. They are all, I'm so sorry that they're all light Naphites. I'm so sorry they're all LDs, but like, that is the truth. I think those units are so cool and interesting. I think they're both cool, interesting, and good, right? Because we've never seen something like those units before. Stoic says it's the Dark Yennefer, stuns for days. Dude, I love the light Geralt's thought process. I think that was such a cool way to design a monster. I don't think we've ever had design space explored like that before, where like you can just ignore a cooldown if you have a certain number of stacks. So cool. It's almost like Lightning Emperor-esque, where it's like it's always available, but you just want to use it under certain conditions. That's kind of how I equate that. Simbaro, good evening. What's going on? Since when is Light Triss good? She's basically Saf 2A. You pair her with 2A Saf. She's just cute. You know, she's kind of like a cute idea. I really like that. You know, it's like you basically apply all these dots, and then anytime someone takes a turn, all the other monsters take half of that dot damage. That ends up being crazy. The only time where it isn't good is if she's the only one that applies a dot, right? That's the only time when it's not good. But if you bring her with AoE dot units like Rika, to a Sath, Thrain, etc., you got yourself probably the fastest TOA dot team in the West. Like, that's what it ends up looking like. Let me jump into chat again real quick because I'm getting distracted. Chat is saying all this interesting stuff, and I'm talking to chat. You guys are too fun to talk to. Okay. Versatile. Oh, Vernaldo first. Review mine, Evan. I love you. I need help with a Reno, Necro, and possibly Rift. Lots of Necro questions today. Okay, let's check Arena. It's just a mushroom. Would you hit that defense? Dude, I'm too scared of that defense. I don't know if I'd hit that. What's going on with the Necro team? Is it not consistent? Oh, this is B10. Oh, it's B10. Okay. I can all the witch, all witch, fire witch skins. Trying to puzzle my way through that one, Scarecrow. Okay, so let me go in. We'll talk changes to Necro first. If you're using twins, you may need a healer. The thing about them, right, with the twins do so much damage. That's what I thought this might be happening. The twins do so much damage that there's a chance that they might be dying to the reflect damage on the way up to the boss. Or they might just be so low by that point that when they get to the boss, they got like nothing left in the tank and he can just hit them once and they're gone. I think that could be what's happening right now. There's a kind of a balance with these units where you've got to ruin them on HP, but like, you know, you also need damage. That's kind of why I go more towards the dogs these days, you know? You see how relaxed I just got? You see this? Look at this. I just got so relaxed right now, dude. This is good stuff. I'm having fun today, guys. Having fun with y'all. So if we're just trying to like graduate into the Abyss dungeons, I would keep Ergar as your leader. I would introduce a Fran and potentially a Lauren, right? That way you make sure that the boss's shield is down. And then you can do like Talia, Sabrina. Talia and Sabrina could be next, but I think they both need like more HP, unfortunately. If they have Ergar, or I'm sorry, Shaman. I misread your message entirely. I'm so sorry, which I haven't seen. That's why I haven't recommended it just yet. If you have a Shaman, he should absolutely be on the team. Let me just do a quick scan real quick. Just looking around. See if there's anything else too that could be cool for this. Again, if you guys are feeling a little bit ambitious, you could do something with the Wind Homunculus, actually. You could rune him so that he's kind of the slowest on the team. And once the shield is down and the defense break is, he just needs to be speed tuned so that he moves ahead of the boss. Last on the team, but ahead on the boss. Usually what I say for that is like shorthand is that he should move last, but he shouldn't be slow. That's usually the colloquialism that I use for that, you know? It's like, oh, I almost forgot about arena teams. I wouldn't stress too much about arena, if I'm being totally honest. Would you still recommend getting the Rika from the event? I'm planning to take her. Ray, what are your other options? And what stage of the game would you say that you're in? Any replacement for the Wind Homunculus in Giant's Abyss? Absolutely Achilles. I like the Wind Homunculus because of his accessibility and the reliability at which you can get him. But he does have a ton of easy replacements. You should already have a Veramos on your team. You can use his brother, Akamamir, the Wind Ifrit. He has max HP damage scaling. If you have a Shaman, even though Shaman's not technically farmable, if you have one, you can use him in Giants. You can also do Lynn if you have her. That's a great suggestion from Dudano as well. Salmon. So I don't need Fire Twin, just 2 Water Twin. Yeah, you could probably just get away with that. No Shaman or Spicy Sister. Dude, I love you guys. Y'all are so fun. Dude, I love that bit. Astar being Lapis's Spicy Sister. So I need yeah, no need for the Fire Twin if you're using Lauren. If you're bringing Lauren. The reason I'm suggesting bringing her is just because Lauren is just really, really reliable. Like that's truly the point of why. And also you can rune her fast, you can rune her tanky. And so by the time the boss, you know, happens, by the time the boss's turn comes around, his shield is gone. I'm sorry, I phrased that weird. Let me start over one more time. So the reason I recommend Lauren is so that you can have her move very quickly. You can make the whole team move like Ergar, then Fran, then Lauren, or you could do Fran, Lauren, Ergar, so that way he could potentially capitalize on the damage. And then you can have Talia, Sabrina move, right? So that way by the time the twins take their turn, the boss's shield is totally down. Sorry I kind of messed up the intro description of that one. My mind's all over the place. This is my second cup of coffee today, guys. I wasn't planning on the coffee, but it was definitely worth it, and I'm feeling juiced up right now. Definitely worth it, if I'm being totally honest. I'll heed your advice. Hopefully I can move up. Try that. Give it a shot, and then when we get into the Abyss floors, by then, you should be in a position where you can take out the healer, okay? Hopefully by then you could take it out. And I wouldn't stress too much about Arena, truly. Like, I think it's fine to stay low in Arena still, farm up glory, get your Devilmon, there's not as much that you need in Arena anymore now that all the skill points have been moved to your profile. Ryder, any suggestions on where to use Dark Yennefer? Do you have Dark Yennefer, Ryder? Do you have something you need to tell me? Did you get one of my like top 3, top 4 favorite units from the collaboration? Because that's absolutely insane if you got her. Congratulations. RTA is the answer. My guy. Dude. Gigi summoned me one with the collab scroll. My dude. My diggity dude. Are you serious? She's so good. Oh my god. That's so sick, Ryder. Congrats. What the heck? Dude, Gigi needs to summon my collab scrolls then. What in the heck, dude? Not that I have one, but you know, if I had one, she should summon it because that's actually kind of nuts. Okay, let me look through the chat again, guys. I'm sorry I'm falling behind. Need help with RTA, preferably a comp around Zeratul. I'm going to try to go a little bit faster. I'm kind of sorry about lagging. I'm getting interested. I'm getting too invested. You know, I'm getting too invested in these comps. Zeratul is a super aggressive monster. Oh my god, you got a fun monster box, dude. I forgot how fun this is. Okay, chat. I could use your help with this one. Let's come up with a fun comp for this. I play around 7 days. This is from Simbara. And I'm feeling stuck. The runes are so hard and confusing to me, and after the guide videos, it still feels like my head is offline. Can you check my runes and maybe a good Giants team? It will make me happy. Yes, dude. Yes, absolutely. Can you just tell me your in-game name and I'll look for it after this? Salmon, thank you, Evan. Really appreciate your videos, and currently you're helping me. I'm gonna head to bed and watch replay when I'm awake. It's 3:35 a.m. now. Really grateful to you. Be safe. You too, Salmon. Dude, sleep well. And thank you so much for that. Y'all are so kind. You guys are so kind. I really appreciate you all. Oh, it's Simbara. That's easy. Okay, I'll find that. Real quick, let's talk about a comp. And I got a little bit inspired. Like, I think we kind of go for something where it's a single target strip into nuke. So it's basically a snipe comp, right? So like, I think you kind of do something with a Swift Etna. You could do Swift Etna first pick. Like you could go speed lead into that. Let me look at your options real quick for speed leads. Oh my god, Daphnis. Is it too aggressive to do like a Pisama? If you had more, I think that'd be really cool too. You could go like Pisama Etna. We need another Daphnis. You have a Daphnis. Daphnis into Zeratul. It's just got no survivability, huh? It's got no survivability at all. Maybe Zen? Dude, maybe this. Is this crazy? Chat, stop me. Talk some sense into me, chat. Please. Reel me back in. I'm about to suggest we do Zen Zeratul. And we call the comp Zenatu. Chat. Is this crazy? I feel like we might actually be able to do this. Like you could do speed lead, Zen, Zeratul, and something crazy. I'm down for the name alone. Thank you. This is thank you, and great because it's your account. I love that. And then what you just kind of do, Dudano says, meh, try it out. Perfect. That's exactly the kind of validation I need, Dudano. The only problem with this is that because it's random, you kind of don't get to choose like who you target? You don't really get to choose who you target with Zen's ability, unfortunately, because it is random. But if you get defense break, you're goated and you're ready to go. Could you try stuff with Layla too? Heard she's getting popular in RTA and you can get her turn cycling. Whoa! Wait, is there a Layla? I totally missed her. Jacob, yes, dude. Yes, actually. Bring a Pung Bake in it so it can turn single target nuke into a nuclear bomb. Dude, I would, but I just don't like Pung. I'm so biased against Pung Bake. I just hate him. I don't know why. Okay, so if we're going like hybrid control, so there's two ways I can see you do this. All right, so let's just talk for a second. This is purely hypotheticals. One is more like hyper aggressive. It's like Pisama, Daphnis, Pisam for the speed lead, Daphnis for the strip, Zeratul for the targeting, right, for the big damage. And then you find a way to like do it again or something like that. Okay. The second way is a little bit more like, it's still turn one, but it's more control-y, and we're looking at more debuffs. And since you have Layla and people really like her, I think we could maybe do something with this. And also it kind of, I forgot, she has cleanse block. I think this is it. Shout out to Jacob on YouTube. I think this is actually a really good pick. It's very heavy wind, but I think Smicer could also work well with this, to be honest. Okay, so let's work with this then. So we got Layla, we got Zeratul, I think as your core. Layla, Zeratul, I think you might want to do like an AoE strip at the start then. Oh wow, you could actually use Annabelle for the 3-turn defense break too. Oh dude, this is kind of hype. Could almost bring the brothers. This is such a sick, oh, Cigar. No, but it's so much wind. It's all wind. Literally every unit I want to recommend to you has been wind. I'm like Etna, Cigar, Layla, you know, Smicer. You've even got like the Robo as a strip option. So you have really heavy. I'm gonna say, I think Layla and Zeratul, I think we do go that route. Maybe throw in Smicer if they don't catch on, but we need to bring, oh, there's a Sekhmet. Okay, this is what we needed. We needed this Sekhmet, I think, actually. So you could use the Sekhmet as your starter, so that way you can pick like speed lead Sekhmet, and then you can go like Layla, Zeratul, and then you can go one more. I think that's what we do. Maybe like, you could go into Chung Pung, you could go Wind Robo, something like that. Smicer, anything. Motive, how do you pronounce it? Cigar. How do you pronounce it? Is it Sager? How do you pronounce that? Could be Shizuka too, actually. Could be Shizuka. And I promised to help. Wait, where? Simbaro. Are you in here? Are you on global server? If you're on EU, I can jump over to EU in a little bit and I can help you with that too. Okay, we've talked about raids a little bit today. So let's do, I'm building a Giant's Abyss hard team, average time of 150. All right, let's do this. Let's change this. Oh yeah, you're EU. Okay, so you know what? In a little bit, in just a few minutes, I'll swap to my EU account and then I can help you out there. Let's do that. Who's 23 slower? How do I use the dark pure vanilla cookie with 96 base speed? She's 23 speed slower than Etna, for example. I didn't work. So the dark pure vanilla cookie is dope. Think less of it as like comparing to Etna and think more about comparing it to Tiana. That's where you want to think. Villa saying, thank you, dude. Hey, Evan, love these review streams. Me too, actually. I really, really like this review stream. Panda Fruit says, is this your channel, Evan? It is not my personal. I do have a personal channel. I don't, you know, if you know it, maybe don't share it. I'll have, you know, if you really want to find it, there's ways to track it down. But I do most things here. I haven't uploaded on my personal channel in a long time. It's not that I never won't. I probably will again in the future. It's just a matter of like, you know, predominantly I do most things on Summoners War app on YouTube and then here on Come To Us USA on Twitch. But I do have them elsewhere. So what we're going to change with this Giants Abyss team, I'm probably going to suggest that you take out Fran and Lauren, which still pains me. Still hurts me to say every time. It's just that the fact of the matter is that with the boss's new counterattack mechanic, how he counterattacks the entire team, it's just better to take them out for a reliable single target defense break unit, like one hitting defense break unit and a healer. That can be accomplished by Bella Dion. Everything that you need these two units for can be done by Bella. So if you have one, you may want to consider. Bear in mind, this is just for a starter team, by the way. I'm not trying to say like this is going to be the end-all be-all, like comp, whatever. If you want to invest the time, if you're sitting on 100 dimension energy and you're not using it, you could maybe do this. You could second awaken a Bella, and you can second awaken a Shannon. I think these units are really good for starter comps. If you're trying to like get good in there, will it shave off a ton of time? Probably not. If you're trying to shave off a ton, I would add in another damage dealer. If your runes can support it. Let me just check something really quickly. Is your Vero on crit damage? Oh, here you go. You know what? This is a way that you could make quick progress too. So right now you've got him runed on Violent, Speed, HP. I'm gonna suggest that you rune him on Rage. Rage with Speed, crit damage, HP, or Speed, crit damage, attack. I think mine is HP. You want high crit rate, you want high crit damage. Preston, you absolutely can. I'm just in chat channel 10. I'm trying to get through as many people as possible right now as far as questions go, and I'm looking for questions that we haven't covered yet. We've talked about a lot of aspects, but I would love to help you. Okay. Oh, I see. You were talking about facing an Etna or a Triton with the Dark Pure Vanilla. This is from Cax over on YouTube. Her biggest advantage is her skill 3, but it's worthless 9 out of 10 because I can't outspeed Etna with plus 205 speed. In that case, if you know you want to go for turn 1, you may have to ban it. If you're comfortable going turn 1 and that's like the only thing in your way, you might have to just ban it or find some workaround for it. You could also consider like going for a Heigang, right? Like a Heigang can boost up your comp after they've been stripped. So that's kind of something you got to do. But there comes a point where it's like, if that's all you got too, and your biggest concern is Etna or Sekhmet, you either want to ban the Etna or Sekhmet, you want to pick an Etna or Sekhmet, or find something that's going to counter them, right? That's kind of the way to do it. And that's the final option, which is less fun, is to kind of shift your comp accordingly. So it's like, if this is the only starter you have, you might want to reconsider. You know, it's like if it's all based around the Dark Pure Vanilla. With that said though, I think that's the least fun option, right? Because the Dark Pure Vanilla is a very cool monster. Like, take all this with a grain of salt. She's great, truly. Like, it's a very cool unit. But I would evaluate one of those options. Would y'all choose Nora or Vanessa? Kind of early mid game. Panda Fruit, if you're struggling in places where you need dots, right? I would do Nora. I like Nora a lot. She's fun in RTA. She's cool in Arena. You can technically use her in TOA as well. Vanessa is really good if you're trying to get into RTA. If you're down for PvP, you can technically use her in raids actually too. You can use a Vanessa in raids. You can also use her as a leader in Arena. But Vanessa, if you're trying to get into PvP quick, if you're trying to do PvE, like just kind of engaging with the game with like Trial of Ascension, etc., I would pick Nora. Nora's probably a more like reserved pick. We've talked about Veramos. Let's talk about the other members of the team. You can still bring Crow. Sigmaris's damage scaling is a little on the weaker side, and he's also a little bit slow. I would double this number. I would double the number of additional speed that you have on him right now. Worst case too, you can also use the Water Geralt, actually. You can use the Water Geralt on your team. Something to keep in mind with him, his scaling is a little bit weird. He scales better with attack. So you want him to crit, you still want crit damage, but he does need attack, okay? That's actually kind of significant. If you want more details on that too, Sean B actually made a video where he talks about that in more depth, where he like compares it, right? Like right when it came out. So I'd check that out too. What would you guys suggest for clearing TOA hard? Dude, I actually have a free-to-play Trial of Ascension team video coming out on Saturday. But right now, like Tyrone, like Fran, Lauren, Rauk, and Verd, like that's such a solid comp, to be honest. Like that'll do most things. Or instead of 2A Rauk, you can use 2A Spectra. Oh, you already have Rika. If you already have Rika, you may want to consider just going Vanessa then. Vexelden says, I need help for the Nat 5 event. Before I answer this, where are you at in game? Oh my goodness, you have good options. Fire Gladiatrix, Water Pudding Princess, Fire Beast Monk, Water Valkyrie, Fire Devil Maiden, and Water Indra. Holy heavens, dude. That's a tough call. Mid to late game, so you're in RTA. If you like snipe comps, the Fire Gladiatrix, super lit for that, actually. She's such a great staple in that, and you'll find that she's banned a ton. So if you want a unit that is like a force ban in a lot of situations, she will get banned a lot. That's not to say that because she is an issue. She's a great unit. Water Pudding Princess, if you need a starter, I find that she's consistently underestimated. You know, I often falter to the Water Pudding Princess. Predominantly because I'm like, I can get through it or whatever, but she provides lasting value, which is valuable in a starter. I wouldn't do the Fire Beast Monk. Camilla's dope right now. I don't know about the Fire Devil Maiden and the Water Indra Parjanya. He is good. Lots of provokes, lots of survivability. If you're using a control comp and you need to take attention away from some of your support units or something, or the units that are hinge points for your strategy, he's great for that. That's a hard one. That is actually one of the hardest choices I've seen so far. So I think what I'll do is I'll just give you that info, dwell on it for a little bit, summon some scrolls, see what you don't get, and then grab one. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot. I'm so sorry, guys. There's a ton of requests. Oh, if you make this into wind, by the way, this is a great damage dealing option. Make this the wind one and you can clear like giants really fast. Oh man, this happened again. So sorry, guys. All right, I gotta get back. I gotta reopen the game. Sorry about that. Stand by. I swear, this is an issue that I feel like I only run into because not a lot of people are jumping around people's islands and looking at it. The rune sets for Vero were Rage, slot 2 speed, slot 4 crit damage, slot 6 HP. Exactly. Do you want to see mine? Let me see. Let me show you. Mine is like not crazy, I don't think. Oh, like it's got good crit damage, but I you know, I don't think you don't need to hit these numbers exactly. You know, if you're kind of like fresher to the game, it's more important that you take the idea of what I'm aiming for, right? Like you want a little HP. He needs to survive, right? You want speed so that way he can kind of cleanse more often. I would like 80's fine, like this is okay. And then you want high crit rate, so he's critting, and then you want as much crit damage as possible. You don't need to hit 200. You do not need to hit that. But like he's good. I'm using a broken set, so I'm doing rage and broken. Speed, I might have him on attack. No, I've got him on HP. And see, this rune has no speed. Like, that's why we put him on slot 2 speed. We get it elsewhere, right? It's not technically like nutty. And then what do I have on here? Skill 1 crit damage, just more attack. Like just random artifact, I guess. Sorry guys, I forgot to jump in chat channel 10. Okay guys, go ahead and submit one more time. I'm sorry that keeps happening. General Rune improvement and RTA help. All right, let's look. Oh, we should be able to speed up that dragons, by the way. We could definitely speed that up, I think. If you run Crow in here too, instead of like Sigmaris. So usually when I recommend like new players make a dragons team, I usually do, so it's Lauren moving first, Lauren moves first, then Crow, your 2 damage dealers, Spectra, Veramos, and then Verd. And then that's what I usually recommend for a starter team. And there is a reason for that. Jordan, hello, my fave, come to us and play. Thank you. Thank you, dude. There's a reason for that order. You want Lauren to go first so that way she can remove the immunity from the boss and open up Crow. Crow moves next, right? The reason why he's moving there is because ideally there's already defense break on the boss. He uses skill 3. Now there's a brand. Now the boss has branding and defense break on. Your 2 damage dealers, Veramos and Spectra, go next, and then Verd is at the back end so that he can bring them back to their turn faster. That's the idea. That's the tuning of that team. So small change for Dragon's Lair, right? And then that should probably help you a ton. Oh, Evan, are you sick? You know what, Azur? I think I'm not sick, but I am a little phlegmy. I think I'm just dehydrated. This is like all the liquid I've had today, which is not a great call from me as a human being. I really wish, what do you guys think about Sig? I really wish that Sig's damage scaling was better. Oh my God, that attack. What the heck, dude? What is this guy on? Brother. Attack crit damage, attack 2000. Holy, good googly moogly. Dude, 2,200 attack. 2,200, that's actually crazy, man. Guys, I just found, oh my God. Oh, I fed my Chandra. Back when I was dumb. I fed my Chandra, dude. I'm so sad. Back before you could feed, back before you couldn't feed non-dupes, I fed this guy. Dude, I was talking to Stoic about this. Don't feed non-dupes, okay? Well, now you can't, but just don't, okay? Like, oh my God. And right when I really wanted one too, that's how it goes. You know, it's like you always like, I really, really wanted one. Like the other day I was like, oh, he would fit great into this comp that I'm building. Well, too bad. Jordan says, I summoned Volantis on my main 5 days ago and went straight to C2. Let's go, dude. Volantis is a game-changing Nat 5. Absolutely is a game-changing Nat 5. So we talked about runes a little bit, changing up the turn order for your comp. Let me look around. I see your Verd's already moving last. Let's go look at your Veramos too. And just, you know, I'm just kind of perusing right now. He's got very low crit rate. Very low crit rate. I would try to change that up a little bit. Technically speaking, you could lose a little bit of HP. Like not a ton, but 16.9k is more than even I have on mine, right? So it's like, I have mine right around the 13,000 plus mark. If you could gain some crit rate, that would make a world of a difference, I think. And right now he is only on 1 set of energy, actually. I just realized he's not on a full set of Swift runes. If you're going with Swift crit damage, that is okay. That is fine. But like I would try to encourage you to maybe check Rage and throw some artifacts on him too. Really, guys, it behooves you to have artifacts on all of your units. It is, even if you don't optimize the substats, if you don't like artifacts in general or thinking about artifacts or whatever, just throw them on. You know, you don't even have to think about it too much, to be honest. Like just a lump sum of attack, defense, or HP, can't go wrong with that. Like it's purely helpful. That's it. Oh, guys, thank you so much for answering the questions. I really appreciate Kat in chat, who's, you know, folks who have been answering for how to get involved with the account reviews. You guys are great. Dude, Kanagi, oh my God, I just had such a great stretch, Evan. Make sure you stretch too since you're not hydrating. Oh my God, I wish I had one of those. I wish I had one of those great stretches. Oh. If on EU, they'll join the server in a bit, or you can send them. Yes, I will. I will. Oh my goodness, Kanagi, great call. That was a nice stretch. Let me do a real quick Martina check. I don't see a Martina. Martina's another option for dragons, by the way. If you have a Martina, you have a cheat code. Like just straight up a cheat code. So work on that for now, Jazzy. Who's saying review, please? What do you need help with? Remember to let me know what you need help with too. Need some Siege, AO, and RTA advice. Let's do some RTA. Oh my god, dude, this account looks so fun. He's got a Cadiz. Chat, do you like Cadiz? Do you like Cadiz, chat? Oh no, where'd it go? Sorry. Hold on. Lost it for a second. And a Han. Holy heavens. What do you, Cadiz? Thank you, chat. Dudano said not specifically. Oh my god, you guys. This is great. This has been such a fun stream. You guys bring the best energy every time. Your dungeon teams look amazing, by the way. Like, this account is really good. Look at these ranks too. Good numbers. Let's talk. Could you announce yourself in Twitch or YouTube if you're down, just so I know who I'm talking to? The only reason I ask is because I'd actually really like to know who you're using in RTA right now. Kat says, I'm jealous of this account now. Simbaro says, this account looks really good. It is, like, dude. Look at this, look at the Sekhmet's sister. Look at this Bastet, dude. Look at the speed on this thing. Holy heavens. I'd love to know what this account is already using. Purely so that way I can, like, kind of know what to suggest. So general RTA team is Ciara, Dark Robo. Okay, perfect. Perfect, okay. Ciara, Dark Robo. When you have the light Yennefer. Me too, dude. Me too. Ciara, Dark Robo. So you can still do, you could do like a speed-based comp. You could do like Ciara, Dark Robo with Han and Chakra. I imagine that's probably similar to what you're picking right now. And then like maybe one more speed lead would be really cool. Because we've just got Ciara, right? So we've got, that's the only speed lead I mentioned, I think, right? Yeah, I had a feeling. So Ciara's speed lead, Dark Robo, Han. So you get the backup leader skill in Han. That's your other speed lead. The only reason I say another is because it doesn't benefit Chakra if they ban Ciara and he's speed-based damage dealing. But he fits perfectly. By the way, this aura is so dope on him. Like, this reminds me if Noctis from FF15 like went like Super Saiyan. Like, that's what this reminds me of. This is so sick. Chakra, oh, and Sean. I already forgot you have Sean. Okay, wait, that comp is dope, dude. I would stick to that. Chakra and yeah, he is, dude. Like, I would stick to that. If Dark Robo is swift, then Ciara Han should be enough speed lead. Perfect. And then you have Chakra as the flex pick with Sean, you said, who's the light Chimera. So I see not everybody's out right now, but that's okay. I really think that your comp is good, dude. I really think your comp's good. I wouldn't change anything. I don't think I would change anything at all. Yeah, I like that a ton, actually. I'm actually jealous, to be honest. I'm actually like jealous of it. Oh, you said you put him in chat? Let me go take a look. No! Not again! Maybe this is a sign that I need to go to EU. Is this a sign that I need to go to EU? Chat, hands up if this is a sign. If this is a sign, tell me. Not again. Okay, Kanagi says, yeah, EU. Okay. No, says D'Angelic. No, I don't think so. Everybody's like, no. Let's do it. Let me jump over to EU for a second. Hold on. We get a couple more global. Maybe we come back. Man, I'm really like zoomed in right now. It's pretty cool. Yo, Evan, what would you choose? Fire Monkey or Wind Twin Angels? I would choose the Fire Monkey. I really like Meiho Wang. If I'm being completely honest, I kind of forgot about the Twin Angels. Those units need help, but like, if you're like, I think those units could potentially need a buff, the Twin Angels. It's just one of those situations where if you buff them too much, if you buff them even a little bit, I feel like they could be real busted. Same rules as global, guys. Chat channel 10 is the place to be. Oh my goodness. Wait, what is all this stuff? No. Should I use my lucky magic box ticket? Amazing. Love it. That's great. Cool. Great results. Simbaru. All right. So Simbaru, if I'm remembering correctly, you said that you started playing like 7 days ago. You've been watching the videos on the channel to kind of get info on like runes and artifacts and stuff like that, but something's still not quite connecting. And so you wanted help with a Giants team. Is that right? True Titan. What is this one? Ask Evan again. This is honestly a tough choice. Let me go see. Where is this? True Titan. Moore or Wind Artmaster? Whoa, Chung or Moore? That is hard. That is a hard question, especially because those two units like really like each other. You know, Moore Chung Pung is an opener in RTA. Like that's actually a really solid comp. I would say, as a Chung Pung owner who really wants Moore, I would pick Moore. Laptop. There was a time where I was a Moore owner who really wanted Chung Pung. Like the real answer to that is that the good news is you cannot go wrong. Truly, like both options are so good. What I would do is I would go into your RTA favorites and I would check to see like the division between water and wind. Like I would say like which ones, how many speed leads do I have? How much water am I picking? How much wind am I picking? If I add one more to this, is it going to throw me off and kind of make it so I'm easily countered by either of the opposite element? That's kind of what I would do. You cannot go wrong either way. And make sure that they fit into your comp. I actually think that Moore is a little bit more flexible than Chung Pung. I have a Chung Pung. I do not have him runed right now. I only have Moore runes because I'm not trying to do an AoE control comp. I'm just not. I'm not doing a full AoE setup. I'm kind of bruising right now. Moore can fit more effectively into a bruise comp than Chung Pung can, at least easier, right? So that's my suggestion. Exactly. Moore has the speed lead too, so you can Moore and Chiwu. That was from Lagtap. I've misread your name like 3 different times, by the way. Oh. So let's talk. Simbaru. Oh, you don't actually need to make too many changes. I would just remove Lucian. So let's talk about this. I'm gonna go in and give you a more detailed description of what I mean. Lucian is a really good unit, but he adds a lot of variance. He's not very smart either when it comes to using his 3rd skill. We're still gonna use this. Oh, dude, nice. Nice, damage build. Let's go. Let's go, actually. That's super hype. Bye, Bane. See you later. Thank you for hanging out. Okay, and you've got him on HP here. You can put him on another HP artifact if you wanted as well, just to get a little more extra stats. Let's check Lauren real quick. I'm still fine with the Lauren and the Fran up until you get to Abyss. Once you get to the Abyss Lords, it's going to be a little bit harder to run both of these units. If we can find space for them to have more HP. Okay, so let me tell you something about these guys too. When you're in PvE spaces like Kairos dungeons, etc., it is not quite as important, except for a few niche situations, to even have what's called an offset, right? You know, that's this 2 set. Like energy is an offset. You know, you got your main set in the Swift runes and you have your offset on energy. It's actually not necessary at all to force a will set, right? The reason why you would want to have will is because you'd want immunity on your turn 1, right? It gives you 1 turn of immunity, so that way your opponent, presumably in RTA, arena, guilds, etc., has to jump through more hoops to actually kill that unit or like put defense break on or something. They got to remove the immunity first. In PvE, with a nearly 100 plus speed Fran, you are guaranteed to move before the boss. Like you're gonna, that turn of immunity isn't actually going to benefit you. So what you can do instead is you could actually just do a main set, and then you could just have whatever. Like you could do any 2 runes. It doesn't even have to be a full set. That's where we start saying things like stats over sets. That's like a common saying in Summoner's War, and it's very true. Oh, did somebody just get Wind Indra? Dude, Wind Ninja is really good right now. If I get a Wind Ninja, I'm picking him like immediately. Okay, and let me just keep going. Cool. Okay, so that's a general rule for PvE. Also, your Fran and your Lauren are looking good. I'd love it if we could find a little bit more HP, actually, but it's not necessary. They're looking so good, I wouldn't necessarily change too much. Crow's fine. Your Crow is fine, to be totally honest. Sometimes you're gonna feel it when he misses a crit at 75 crit rate. It's gonna hurt. You're gonna feel it and it's gonna hurt, but for now it is okay. Like, I know people will make a big deal out of like him not having enough crit rate, but realistically it's okay for now. I would just keep it in the back of your mind that you may want to put some more on him. For your last unit, I would take out the Lucian, and I would either use Geralt or your Sigmaris. So in this comp, we're going Veramos, right? Fran, Lauren, Crow, and Sig. That would be the comp. You can use him, like I said. The only thing is that I think maybe some of have his runes been changed at all? Maybe not. It looks like they have been adjusted a little bit. Yeah, they have been adjusted a little bit. So, based on what you have runed right now, Veramos, I'd add on another artifact to get him more. I'd try to find... Veramos, I'd try to put another artifact on. I would change up these two just so that way you're not forcing a set anymore. It's okay for both of them to be on Swift. It can be on Violent if you want. I would just not necessarily force the set of Will Runes. See if you can get better stats elsewhere. And Sigmaris is looking great. See if you can find a little more crit rate on Crow, but it's not the end of the world. That's my recommendation for your Giants team. Let me catch up with chat really quick. Okay, I need more speed for her, or what do I need? Yeah, you know, like, I think that those, your monsters are looking pretty good, dude. It's clear that, you know, you told me that, like, something wasn't quite clicking with the runes and the artifacts. It seems like you do understand it. I have to say, I think you can at least get the tenets of it, you know? I think there was just, you know, small adjustments here and there of like, oh, you know, no need to, like, force a set of like, an offset on PvE environments, you know? But like otherwise, I think you were doing a really good job. It's very clear that you understood like, okay, we need crit damage here, we need attack here. You know, this unit needs speed and HP. It's like, makes it, honestly, good job, dude. Like, very good job, actually. And you said you haven't been playing for very long too, right? So like, that was dope. Senior Soul says, can I get account review for TOA Hard and Abyss? Let's do it. Sirsloop says, hey, yo, Evan, how we doing, my man? Glad to see you live. Thank you. I'm doing great, honestly. Today has been a very good day so far. You know, as I like to say, there's still plenty of time for something to go wrong, but like, I'm having a great day. I had a very nice morning, kind of took my time, got up a little bit early, so that way I could, like, you know, make some coffee. I had I've eaten a lot today. I've had a lot of oats. I had 2 servings of overnight oats, and then I had a 3rd cup of oatmeal when I got to the office and 1.5 bananas. I'm on fire right now. I got calories. I've got like at least 1 to 2 horsepower running inside me right now. Okay. Azure, what's the best way to play to get more LD scrolls? I would just say consistently. Honestly, Azure, like I find that, well, actually, I don't know if I should recommend this. I don't know if I can recommend this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I find that a good way to get consistent LD scrolls is by crafting those LD pieces weekly, but there's a huge caveat to that, right? You don't want to do that unless you have like an excess of 4 stars. I've been at the state where I have tons of excess 4 stars. I'm summoning a bunch. I don't need them all. So it's like I'm turning them into LD pieces. Like, that's kind of what I'm doing. If you find yourself in a similar position, that's the way to do it. I find that like my LD scroll summons have gone up quite a bit. Cax over on YouTube is suggesting Arena Rush. That's also very true. But that's the way, man. Honestly, just if you play consistently, craft the pieces. Oh, I forgot a big point of that, actually. By playing consistently, you will be getting scrolls from like events, from like Trial of Ascension, etc. You'll summon some Nat 4s you don't need, and then you'll funnel them into LD pieces. That's what I'm saying by like consistently. Oh, Evan, quick question. For the Nat 5 event, which should I pick? I'm early. Probably moving to mid. Tomoe, Fire Twins? Oh, Fire Twin Angels. Jameer, Sonia, or Adriana. The rest are dupes. Oh, well, dude, you have some really good options in there, actually. Like, if you're okay picking for, like, RTA, which I would in this case, right? Like, Tomoe or Sonia, to me, are both really solid. I really, really like those units a lot. And then also Adriana. Adriana is the water pudding princess, if I'm right. I think so. I always forget her name because I just call it pure vanilla, you know? I mean, I'm already fighter 1 on RTA, just playing today. Lol, nice. Oh, perfect. Okay, if you need a starter, we talked about this a little bit earlier too. If you need a starter, Adriana, the water pudding princess, is actually pretty solid. Like, she's not like a traditional starter because she doesn't actually boost your attack bar. She gives you a speed buff, but she also gives you immunity and attack power boost. She is so flexible. I'm serious. Like, I underrate that unit all the time. I let it through in draft. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'll strip it. You know, I don't mind. You know, I don't care. My Juno will handle that. And then when my Juno doesn't handle it, I'm very afraid. Especially because that unit has Oblivion. It's got Oblivion on skill too, and that's nuts to me. Oh man. So those 3 units are great. Like, truly, those 3 units are really good. Sonya can be a little bit played around, and Tomoe's got speed lead. Tomoe was speed lead and she could spread debuffs. If you find that you're playing a comp in RTA where you're trying to AoE strip, set up debuffs, whatever, Tomoe fits into that quite well. I will also say that Tomoe combos really well with a lot of the collaboration units. Like, a lot. Like, several of the Witcher collab units just work so well with her for some reason. I don't know why, but... Senior Soul, we were talking about TOA hard. TOA hard and what else? Abyss floors? Yes. Where are you at in TOA hard? 58. I forget what 58 or what 59 is right now. Can someone check for me to see what floor 59 is? Oh, wait, chat. I could use help with something. Does anybody know what floor the Seons are on right now? Like, where there's a wave with a bunch of Seons in TOA normal? I was looking for that because I was going to reference it in a video. It's the Fae and second June floor is 59. Thank you. 59 is Fae on hard. Okay. That one probably doesn't need anything super like specific. I think we can just kind of crowd control it. Sigmaris has crowd control. He does. Oh, the water homie's probably the option. If you put him on despair, you're good. How do you know which runes to sell and what you don't need? That's a really good question. It kind of takes a lot of dwelling on like where you feel you're lacking. I'll give you an example. There was a really, really long time where I was thoroughly lacking crit rate. Like, crit rate was just the hardest thing for me. So what I did is I was rolling all the blue runes that had a combination of crit rate and speed because my runes were slow and I lacked crit rate. I just wasn't critting. So you kind of identify that problem. If you see you're missing a lot of crits, you got to address your crit rate. So then you can also adjust your cell exclusion settings. You can address your cell exclusion settings accordingly, so that way you keep all the runes that have the stats you're looking for, so you get the opportunity to roll them. If you guys want mine, you can have them. They are geared more towards mid game to late game, so just keep that in mind. It's not super late game, right? Like J-Mac was on stream the other day and he was talking about his cell exclusion settings. His are crazy, like very, very like thorough and exclusive, and very exclusive to be honest. But if you need a good general cell exclusion settings, I can share mine once I'm back on global. So TOA hard teams. Again, guys, I want to remind you, I do actually have a video coming out on this on Saturday. So if you're curious for more detailed teams or like team comps, you can check that out. Sigmaris does have crowd control. I like a comp that features both Lapis and the water homie on Despair. You pair that with 2A Raok, you bring Verd. It's 1, 2, 3, and then like Fran Lauren. That'll clear most things. You have a Chung Pung. Chung Pung's actually really good for this too. And for all floors that are not the boss, as long as it isn't a boss floor, you can do the dot team. You could do Jean, plus you could bring Amelia if you're so inclined. You can bring 2A Sath. You can use Tatu. I actually don't think Tatu is super needed. You could use the Water Homunculus in her place. And then that's a team that you can use anywhere that you're not at a boss floor, right? So that's kind of what you do. Dude, Dono, I had a weird glitch where I revived Geralt and Gwent. Has anyone seen that too? No, I have not seen that. Was it a Tyrannus? It was like a Tyrannus effect? Tyrannus Vanessa? Something like that, and you revived Geralt? Let me talk about brief alternative teams. I don't know if you have Tyrone. I don't see Tyrone. But if you go with like Fran, Lauren, 2A Raok, Verd, or you could go Fran, Lauren, Veramos, Chung Pung, like crowd control units. If you splice in Fran, Lauren, 2A Raok, or like Fran, Lauren, Verd, generally the team is going to work pretty well. Like truly. Having that much turn cycling and like control and healing, like that's a really good combination of units. If that's your core, you can kind of throw in things and it'll just kind of work. Like a Water Homunculus works great in tandem with those. 2A Raok also works great. I kind of referenced him because you have a chance to pull the Verd, and that means you're getting the benefit from his passive outside of his usual turn, right? And then there's of course 2A Spectra, who's a solid damage dealer and control option. So again, for more details on that, check out the video that's coming out on Saturday. It should help a little bit. I copied your cell exclusion settings, Evan. Excellent. I'm glad to hear that. Let me catch up with chat real quick, guys. Evan, have you been enjoying the Gwent card event? I cannot even tell you how much I've been enjoying the Gwent card event. Dude, I have loved Gwent. I love Gwent. This is so good. And like the physical decks are so cool. Like that's also something I'm working on. We'll talk more about that later. Just know that the answer is yes. I have been enjoying it, and I'd love to talk more about it, but I will wait. I keep raging at it. Oh, dude, I should show off my decks, actually. That'd be really fun. I imagine our decks probably look fairly similar. That's not true, actually. There's a lot of room for differences, because a lot of the neutral cards are kind of enticing, so I think people run a lot of the neutral cards. I don't always run a ton of them, you know? Like, I don't run all of the Witcher collab units, etc. The Revive comp, like Duran's deck is my favorite. Guys, tell me your favorite deck. Do you guys like the Reyna deck? Do you guys like the Lycana deck? Do you like the Duran deck? Okay, I'll just tell you guys. I'm working on like a full deck reveal for like for the physical cards. I'm like so stoked about it. I've already recorded it. It's in editing. So hopefully it'll come out soon. Pikachu, yes to both. I've also read several of the books. I'm a big fan. I love this collab, actually. Duran, easy. I also love Duran. We've got a vote for Reyna over on Grimalkin. Dudano says, play Tyrannus with only Geralt in the grave. Opponent destroys something and then Geralt just revived. Interesting. Ah, true fan. Thank you. I haven't read all the books. I haven't read all of them, but I have read a few. Zetatron, Arena and RTA, as I've not really went into RTA. You haven't gone into RTA yet. Oh my God, you've got Eleanor. Oh my God, I'm flipping out. Dude. You haven't. Oh my goodness, you have not played RTA much. Look at this account. Dude, this is so dope. Okay, chat, we're gonna lock in. We're gonna lock in, okay? We gotta come up with a cool RTA comp for this guy, okay? Here we go. Cool RTA comp. They've clearly got crazy monsters. They're C3 in Arena. They've got an Eleanor just chilling. What the heck, dude? And you haven't played RTA? Dude, you wouldn't be able to get me out of RTA if I was on this. Like, that is crazy. That is crazy. Oh my goodness. Lily, this is insane. Lily. Girl, this is crazy. Okay, hold on. Ay, ay, ay. What the heck, dude? What is this account, bro? Lily, what's happening? You just started playing again recently, says Lily. Says Gal, actually. Yeah, sorry, I assumed you were a girl because of Lily. Have you not watched Obabo's vids? Eleanor is so OP. Oh my word. We could go full light. We could go full light team, actually. This is crazy. You could go like a Wedgeat pick with a shear. You could go like Wedgeat. I would start with the shear because he's like more common. You know, people could kind of take it. So Wedgeat is shear into Eleanor, light Siri as damage. Heck, you could even do Leah. I don't know how much speed you have going around though. I don't know how much speed you have just lying around. But holy heavens to Betsy. This is so good, dude. I haven't even looked at the other elements. I haven't, look at all these monsters. I've completely ignored them. I'm like, we're going full light. Forget it. We're going full light. Oh, this is awesome. Check the 5 stars. Carlos, my boy. Wait, Carlos works really well with this team, actually. Gemini for AoE Death Break is actually pretty good, too. Let's keep looking. I just got this monster. Congratulations. And there's a Miles back here, too. A Tomaway. Dark Siri. Full LD means you can't glance. There you go. Dark Siri. People love Dark Siri. Okay. This actually works pretty well with this. Evan, could you show the Manon they have? Yes. Okay. This is pretty awesome. So you could do like this strip, but you don't really need to, you know? The damage increases when attack speed is faster than the enemies. But actually, yeah. So what we could do is we could do like Wedgeat. Wedgeat is sheer. Wedgeat is sheer. Then like you pick, I like Eleanor, but if you wanted to, you could do like the Dark Siri and then like Leah Siri or like Dark Siri, Light Siri. The only thing is you lack damage if you do that, right? So let me go look at the Manon real quick. Thank you so much for letting me look at this account, by the way. This is really cool. I'm really enjoying looking at this. Do you think the Summoners War will have a Summoners War version of Gwent in the future? That would be really cool. Well, Fastlix, they've got the physical cards. And folks, if you don't know, if you haven't seen like the videos that I made, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I've got the unboxing videos on the channel. They're under the YouTube Shorts area. They're really cool. I'm super into the decks, actually. I'm gonna do a stream with them soon. So that is my recommendation, actually. I think I would go with a full light comp. Of course, you don't need to. You could always splash in other units. I would have other stuff ready. Like, the Dark Siri, I think you could run. I think Carlos, unironically, does work really well with this comp. Gemini is still a good starter to this day, right? Because he can strip and he can AoE Death Break. This is such a dope comp. And he's got a second speed lead. Dude, oh my word. Zetatron. That was awesome. Thank you for letting me look at that. Need help on Punishers. My runes are actually so bad and rune requirements for other dungeon speed team. Okay. Oh. Naruto fan. Dude, we could do the Reaper Death Seal. Let's go, baby. Nice. Your runes are so bad. They are not bad. They are not. This is not bad. These numbers are good, actually. The only thing that we could maybe speed up, like, that I'm noticing is probably your spiritual realm we could shave off a little bit of time, and then your necro team we could do the same. Thank you for the input. Of course, dude, you have a very cool account, Lily, like, actually. I gotta say, those are, a lot of times when people pull like LDs too, they're not, unless you're stoic, they don't normally like synergize like super well, but yours all synergize really well together. So you have the ability to do full light comp, and it could work real well. The Ashir goes great with it too, because it's like you get a speed buff, and all of these units care about being like faster than your opponent. But, you know, you can always splice in other stuff too. I noticed you had a Lagmaron as well. Lagmaron skill 2 kind of goes well with that comp too, right? You know, scales based on speed, auto crits. My LD is just decor at this rate, I swear. Kat, what's your LD? Mine is Lydia, mine's decor. I don't think your runes are bad, RMC, by the way. Whoops. I do not think that your runes are too shabby. Pulling those numbers? Absolutely not. Are you using this in Necro? Looks like maybe not yet. Maybe not yet. I think this is all you need to speed it up. Mukul's cool, dude. Mukul, the Dark Art Master, he's pretty cool. Grim says, Ishir, Leah, and Dark Siri is such a perfect set, and then you add in Light Siri to that, and it's crazy. And for defense, I'm thinking probably a Wedget, Chilling +2, maybe Clara, Savannah. Right now I can hit a lot of stuff on offense, but my defense is lacking for rush. You know what, Lily? I totally forgot. I got so caught up in RTA, I forgot to check at that. I forgot about, you asked about arena defense. I can jump back onto your account in a second too. Dude, I don't think that your runes are bad, RMC. I think if you throw in that, it was Punishers that you needed help with. Punishers. Let me check your Punishers comp. It's Vampires Walking Dogs. Oh, but it's only on the 9th floor. You haven't reached the 10th floor yet. Let me look. Your Icarus are pulling. They're lacking a little bit of attack, but that's okay. This one's got quite a bit of accuracy, which is good. We like that. Let me check the Rauk. +15. Is this the one we're using? This might be the problem. +15 is pretty... Whoa. Oh, I forgot it does that when I touch. I'm doing that. I'm touching with 2 fingers, and like, you know, when you do that, it kind of freaks poor Rauk out. Sorry, Rauk. My bad, bro. So I would change this so that he's a little bit faster. Again, no need to force the offset. We're trying to find stats. Stats over sets. Helena, Molong, Manon, Liam, and Bludgy are my new options for the Nat 5 event. I really like... So Liam's good in speed teams for PvE now. Liam's gotten a lot of attention as of late. I still like Manon, by the way. I don't know much about the Devil Maiden. I haven't used her a ton. I actually don't have any of the Devil Maidens. I'd love a Layla though. If it was a Layla, I'd say take the Layla. It is not. Okay, so I would maybe swap this over to Violent if you have the Violent runes to spare. Search out for more crit rate and more speed. That's kind of what we want to aim for. And he does look just a smidge fragile. Let me check around. So like this rune, for instance, right? The only thing that this rune is really contributing is like 4 crit rate. I think we could find a better option to this. Like the resistance, even the accuracy, 4% is so negligible that it's not going to be the difference. So I think this rune's kind of a pain point for it. I would prefer, kind of same here, I'd prefer to see some speed on here. This rune just has kind of low rolls, but this is not the worst at all. We can grind it, you know, something, or find a replacement later down the line. I wouldn't want to invest too many grinds. Good crit damage on this rune. But the flat HP and the flat defense are not very helpful. This rune is good. Look at this. HP, accuracy, attack, crit rate. All of these things are relevant to some degree. I like this rune. I like this one. Not every rune needs to have speed to be good, right? You know? You can almost go speed, crit damage, attack on him if you're really missing it, but I do like attack, crit damage, attack. And let me just check your Crow really quickly. Crow's looking pretty good. Your crow is actually looking decent. I like the crow. We just find some grinds for the higher rarity items, you know? But I actually think your crow is not too bad looking at all. Waldo Shining says, "Hi Evan, been a while since a review." Oh, congrats. I would appreciate another look. Let's do it. Let's see what's going on. Your times are looking nice. That is a lot of twins. That's a lot of twins in Necro. I feel like maybe we could actually improve this by removing... I feel like maybe you don't need all those twins. Like, Deva is cool. But what if we used an Ergar as a leader instead? I don't think you have an Ergar currently, but he would be kind of sick on this comp. There he is. Dark Vampire Lord. This 38% attack power lead in dungeons, actually very good. Very good unit. And the attack buff goes well with the twins. Gives them a vampire buff too. Because one of the biggest failings of the twins actually in this dungeon, they do so much damage that the reflect damage from the golems could take them out. So if you give him vampire, it kind of heals him a little bit more too. So I think including him as your leader instead of the Deva could be neat. Real quick, guys, because I'm already running low on time. I'm actually technically over time a little bit real quick. I just wanted to go and answer Lily's other question real quick because she was talking about how they're doing... Oh my goodness. Oh, move your Triana, by the way. I would move your Triana to the far right. So the thing about Triana is that she can only save units on the left in the event of an AoE cleave, right? Because that's kind of how the Summoners War stack functions, to use like MTG terminology. Like, I don't necessarily, like, that's kind of just how I reconcile it in my head. But like, you got to move her all the way to the other side. Because in the event that every single unit is cleaved at the same time, she can only save units to the left if she's involved in the cleave, right? That's it. So I would do that. Otherwise, her passive will go on the stack after they're already gone. That's, you know, it's like they're already gone, so her ability's resolved. Like, that's kind of how it goes. That's just the way that I kind of like reconcile it. Let's go, Cujo. So I would just move this over, but this comp looks really good, by the way. Your arena defense already looks solid. Let me just see if you have something else instead of like a Moor. Like, Moor is cool, but if we have like an HP, you have a lot of like survivability though, because Moor is gonna negate the hit. Manon has the chance to negate the hit. Maybe Jing is the point. Oh, of course, Panda Fruit. And just so that I'm checking, I think Lily was asking about defense, right? Yes, it was defense, not offense. Would it be weird to use Windy? Probably be a little weird. I've been wanting to throw Windy into my RTA teams because people have been using him and people hate that playstyle. It's really funny. People do not like to see folks play with like the Windy El Shariat, like all those things. Like Windy, and then who else? Someone doesn't like that playstyle. I think it's pretty fun. I think it's kind of cool. I would just maybe try hitting your defense a few times with the Jing and then see if it's like the best option for you. Because the Jing could potentially be a pain point for the team if he doesn't activate. There's a chance he might not be contributing something. And if that is the case, you could maybe splice in some fire. I don't see a fire unit I'd want to. You can maybe do light instead then. You'd mentioned Wedget. Maybe Molly, actually. I think Molly fits well into the team. And then you just ruin your Moor on high attack, more high attack, Manon, super high defense and damage. I would put your Triana even on crit damage. It's like, you know, forget about it. Like, put your Triana on crit damage and then use Molly. So then all of a sudden you've got Manon, you've got Triana, you've got Moor, you have Molly. Like, that's so annoying. That's such an annoying defense. It takes ages to hit it too. And like, you don't know if like Manon's gonna counterattack. You don't know if she's gonna parry. And if that's the case, then like, you might as well just scoop and try again later. Guys, this has been such a great stream. I'm so sorry to have to close it out, but I'm already over time right now, so I'm gonna have to bail for today. keep your eye on the YouTube channel. We've got a new video coming out on Saturday, and it's on TOA teams. Thank you all for like spending time with me today. I had such a blast. Like, you guys always bring the best discussions. You guys are so sweet. I love looking at your account and seeing all the progress you guys have made. It's been great. So thank you, and I'll be back on Friday. I'm gonna be streaming with Alan SW. We'll probably be playing some RTA. If you're on Twitch, stay in chat. We're gonna raid somebody. Bye, everybody. See you next time.
Remember the Kagor magic stone? It created a gap in the rift of worlds, bringing a great worldly disaster, putting everyone in danger. Slowly, this magic stone's existence has been forgotten, yet it still exists somewhere in the world. Danger still lurks. It is still persistent. And now, another terrifying disaster is coming to Sky Island. To overcome this disaster, we need professionals. Those who are well versed in monsters. At this time, Ciri was busy hunting down a monster. However, it was nowhere to be seen. Only traces of powerful magic lingered. Ciri could not shake this uneasy feeling, so she sought out Yennefer's expertise, realizing that a foreboding problem had arisen. They turned to people they could trust.